Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, Flibidarmagoliac under the spleen. What's going on, everybody? Your host, LovelyCheesePizza here. That was a page out of the Adam Foster pre-video, voice warm-up ritual. And I'm not kidding you, that is legitimately a thing that I do before every video that I film. I'm not making that up. I actually truly do that. not really as a means of being a legitimate thing to warm up my voice, because I'm talking all day, so I don't actually need like a voice warm-up type of deal. But I use it more specifically to ensure that my microphone is working properly. As you guys know, since I've started using this new mic over the last month or so, there's been some hiccups in there. There's been some times where there's been some tomfoolery going on where the audio is just either way too loud and it's like peaking hardcore, or it's too quiet, or there's interference. And so now I use that as a tool to help make sure that everything's working the right way, because I want to make sure my audio has been optimized to its full level. And so, not to mention, the other part of it is I just love doing that. I love just making up words and shit, because I have just this like infinite library of that type of stuff just flowing through my brain all the time. It's just like, it's like the tastiest casserole of words that you could ever have. So I thought that I would share part of my process with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. And now while while I'm fumbling around the Seafoam Island cave trying to find our way to Articuno and also increasing our Pokedex, I'm going to tell you guys a couple of stories, one of which happened last week during Snowpocalypse 2016 here, and the other one that actually happened earlier today that I thought was hilarious that I needed to share with you guys. So, let's get down to it. We just caught a Krabby, too. We needed one of those. Its pincers are not only powerful weapons, they are used for balance when walking sideways, especially when trying to reenact the classic moonwalk from Michael Jackson. If you've ever seen a Krabby do that, it is the weirdest thing you've ever seen because it has way more feet. It's crazy. By the way, I totally have a name nailed out for this little guy. For anybody that's known me longer than about 15 minutes, you know that there was no other way this was going to be than this. We are rolling with the classic Eugene Krabs. I mean, he is a man that is, well, he's not really a man at all, actually, if you really think about it. He is incapable of being a man. But if he were a man, he would be probably the cheapest type of man. So that's just what that is. I gotta really try to remember where we're going. That's gonna be the hard part of this, is really trying to remember where we're going. Because I'm gonna get lost in here, and I'm trying to not use a walkthrough for this. So we're gonna come out of this alive. It may not be pretty, but we will get there. There's one room, like, I'll know that we're going the right way as soon as I see it. I just need to see it first. It'd be really nice if I would stop running into things. I know I have repels, but there's other things that I'm banking on trying to find here, so that's why I'm not doing it. So, okay, so let's get into these before I, forget and not finish the damn stories like I do all the time. So, back on, I think it was like Wednesday. Hey, there's one right there, cool. So, back on like Wednesday, when the snow first started, I was just hanging out here and I was working on videos and whatnot. And so later on, that evening when the family, came home and everybody's just kind of relaxing on the couch, it was probably like 7:30 or 8 o'clock. And my dad was just sitting there, and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh my God, Adam, what time is it?" And I was like, "It's like 8 o'clock." And he's like, "What temperature is it outside?" And I was like, "About 26." And he's like, "Oh my God." He's like, "Hey, can I borrow you for like a half hour to 45 minutes?" I was like, "Sure. What do you, what's going on?" He's like, "I forgot to cover the pipes at the apartments. If I don't do that, we're gonna have a real problem." Because he's like, "It's supposed to get down to like 15 degrees tonight." I was like, "Oh, gee, okay, all right, well, let's go." Definitely, thing number one as a landlord, cannot allow the pipes to freeze. Otherwise, you're gonna have some people with some real problems. So we go out there, not a very long drive, we're just, we just kind of jetted over there as quickly as you can drive in extremely inclement weather like that, while it's still snowing nonetheless. And so we get out there, and we walk to the back of the property and go to the shed. I mean, it's not like this was like a huge apartment complex. He owns an 8-plex and a 4-plex, so it's not a extensive amount of these to do. Its hard shell repels any kind of attack except for all the ones that I just used to whittle it down. It is vulnerable only when its shell is open. Alright, well, now we know. Alright, well, I'm definitely, I mean, just in the spirit of, well, both Massachusetts and the fact that, you know, this thing's name is Shelder, I am 100% calling this thing Pastaroni. Because shells and white cheddar, arguably one of my favorite things. It stacks up extremely well to Kraft macaroni and cheese and Stouffer's. And that's saying a lot, because those things are definitely on, you know, the top of the hierarchy of the goat scale. So, you know, shells and white cheddar, ladies and gentlemen, it really is. So we walk back over to the shed to go get the pipe covers out of there. And am I in the right area? I don't know if I'm in the right area or not. I really hope so, because this could be kind of a disaster if it's not. I mean, we'd eventually get there one way or the other, but I would love to know exactly how close we are. Okay, we gotta be getting there somewhere. So we go, oh, damn, it's the dog! He's just getting his ass chewed on, but yeah, why not? You know, why wouldn't you at this point, you know? You know, hey, if you gotta get, you gotta get. You know, sometimes you gotta let a giant... Okay, that's not what I was going for at all. Kind of ruined that one for myself. But what do you do? So we go back to the shed because he's got to be able to get all these pipe covers out. And while we're doing that, I'm holding, you know, the flashlight so he can see what he's doing. And out of my peripheral vision, I up in the sky, I saw some lights. So I look up there, and I thought it was a plane. I thought it was a plane at first, only to find out, you know, a couple seconds later, it totally wasn't. So the plane would have obviously been moving. I mean, you don't see planes that are just idling in the sky for no particular reason. What? This is the entrance! Oh my god. Alright, we came all the way back here, huh? That was not what I was looking for. Okay, at least now I know where I am, so that's good news. So, I look up there, and it's like 2 red lights and a white one in the middle. And this thing is, it's not even that high up in the sky either. That was the weird part. That's the part that really caught my attention first, was that it's not moving really at all. And so I was like, oh, that's really weird. And so I'm just kind of looking at this thing, like waiting for it to do something, but it's kind of foggy out, and so I can't really see exactly what it is. And it's like hovering so steadily that you can't see it at all. I mean, you really can't. I'm gonna throw a repel on right now, actually. I know that I just said earlier I'm not gonna do it, but I need to like move along here a little bit because we've really not gone anywhere and we're already 8 minutes into this. So I'm sitting there, you know, surveying this thing, trying to figure out what the hell it's doing, and it's just like baffling me. Like, I was so cold already that like that wasn't helping matters any. I was already, you know, kind of losing the fabric of my own inner sanity at this point. Are we in the right area here, or are we not? Okay, here we go. That's where we needed to be. That's where the rubber hits the road, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm just looking at this thing, and I was like, what in the hell is it? Like, what's going on? And after, like, seriously, like a solid, probably 2 minutes of just staring at this thing, not knowing what I'm looking at, I was like, Dad, look, take a look at this thing. Like, whatever it is not moving. Like, what the hell is it? And we're both looking up at this thing. We're like, oh my god, this is really weird. I was like, is this gonna be like the moment that I find out that aliens are real while I'm standing out here freezing my ball sack off trying to put pipe covers on at this apartment complex? Like, that's gonna be the moment where, you know, they come down and, you know, they hover over me and, you know, they take me into their deal so they can shove some crazy alien technology up my ass so they can find out what my profession is. You know, is that how this is gonna shape out? Because if that's what it's gonna be, I really would love to get my own say in on it and willfully say no. Okay, so if I do this right now, I think that it's gonna just take us to a different area. Yeah, I don't have control over it. But we should be able to do what I'm thinking here. Yeah, so we come up here. Oh my god, I think we're gonna be right here. I think we're gonna... Oh god, Articuno's right over there! Ew. Oh, I think we have done it. All right, dude, I am not ready for this. I'm not fully prepared for what's gonna go on. So, oh my God, he's right here. Okay, well, here we go. This is gonna happen, I suppose. This is a thing that's gonna take place right now. Yep. Oh my God. Oh boy. Okay, well, let's prepare, because he's gonna really be upset that we're inhabiting this little island space with him. And that ice beam really hurts, along with other things, so we need to chill. So we both, after sitting here looking at this thing for a little bit, we finally realized that this, in fact, is totally not, it's totally not aliens at all. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves, it wasn't going to be aliens anyways. Oh, you glorious, glorious whore, you. I'm gonna take you down so hard. Which, if you look at where its stomach is, and where it leads to where its right wing is, that totally looks like cleavage, does it not? Or maybe I just have a filthy mind, and that's what I got myself into. But yeah, we just all of a sudden we realized, oh, yeah, that's totally not aliens. That's literally just a drone sitting in the air. Oh my God, that thing hurts. Jeez, man. Cut me a break with that. That was nuts. Okay, let's bring Neo out here. Let's see if maybe he can do a little bit about all this. Let's throw the old razor's edge out there. Oh, that's right, he's ice. That doesn't really do much against ice. Well, shit. Okay, I got a better idea then. Let's bring Neo out here. Or not Neo. Neo's already out there. Let's bring Pillsbury out here. Now that there's full paralysis going on that will go in and out for the rest of forever, let's do this. Oh, come on. Come on, don't do this little thing with me right now. No. No. Come on. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is bad. This is really bad. Oh boy. Yep, this is a real problem. Okay, we've done wrong. Actually, this might come in handy. This might come in handy. I want to say that this is good against ice, is it not? Yes, it is. Okay, now we are somewhere. However, this is probably going to kill him real fast. Come on, baby, come on. Come on. Just don't burn him. Thank you. Fully paralyzed. Okay. We need to be so careful about the next couple things that we do right now. We need to be super careful. Okay, quick attack, let's go. Please don't do too much damage, for the love of Jiminy Cricket. Okay, this is gonna be our best chance to see how this all goes. Please don't kill it. Please don't kill it. Oh, God. Oh, man, I was sweating that one for a second. All right, here we go. Fully paralyzed, or it was fully paralyzed. Come on, Ultra Ball, don't let me down. Don't let me down, son. You missed? Oh, no. Dude, we can't be doing this right now. How am I gonna be missing this thing? Don't... I'm frozen solid. That's super cool. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes! Yes! We got it! Oh, my God. Cool. Yes. First try. That makes me just super hard. All right, let's go. A legendary bird Pokemon that is said to appear to doom people who are lost in icy mountains. Well, we're definitely not in mountains by any stretch of the imagination, but what are we gonna call this thing? I don't know. How about let's come up with one right off the old dome here. Let's call this thing. Let's call this thing. Oh my God, we got it. Let's call this thing the, one of my favorite things that I've ever heard on Squidbillies. If I can fit it. I can. It was an episode where, I don't even remember what happened in the damn thing, where they're just, talking in the house, and then all of a sudden, fucking, the grandma just, starts doing all this weird, incantation type stuff. And she just starts spouting off all this crazy stuff. And she's just like, Avlomandalebidus, Ventaculus, Benterpenois, Forntormian. And like my favorite one out of the whole thing, she goes, Smictorufus, Fontnox, Trickendan Strenoctor. And so that's where I got Strenoctor from. But man, every time I hear that, I always get a good laugh out of it, because like, it's just like, I think that I laugh out of appreciation for the fact that there's totally other people in this world that just have that, you know, that type of, you know, nonsense up in their brain fat that totally do that same type of thing that I do. So it fills me with happiness. So yeah, we totally caught Articuno on the first try. I was getting so worried after that first one, you know, after I just totally missed, that it was going to be that kind of thing where we just don't hit at all, and we're just going to be doomed to not having that work. So where do we go now? Do we go... So we do not have all the answers yet. Or do we? Ah, actually I think this will probably... okay. Well, let's hold on a second here. I'm trying to remember all the rest of this. So, okay, here's the other story real quick before I forget. Can I just fall down into this hole? Let's see where this takes us. Hold on. There's gotta be, which way gets us out of here? Is it, oh, it's probably this one actually. I think this is the one that takes us to the land of promises, or to another battle. So, okay, let's get this out because we're already, you know, way up there in time. So, today I went out to lunch. I went out to go to Pita Pit, which, dude, I love the Pita Pit. That place has all the jams. I went and got that chicken souvlaki, which chicken souvlaki is just, it's my heart and soul, man. It's so good. And I don't even know what types of seasonings they even use on it. They say it's a Mediterranean blend, and I don't know necessarily all of what that is, but oh my god, it is just, it's just like orgasm-inducing, or a taste-gasm even, if we want to go there. So I'm coming back to work from there, and as I'm pulling up to the stoplight that's, you know, right across from, you know, where my store is, I see there's a guy out there, and he's panhandling. You know, he's got the whole setup going. He's got like his 4 duffel bags of stuff, and he's got his dog, you know, tied up around the, you know, handicap sign that's right there. And then, you know, he's got like his hat on, and he's got his cardboard sign. And I mean, for me personally, I thought that I had seen just about everything that you could have on those damn signs. Like, I've seen, oh, the apocalypse is coming, you know, make your peace with God, and, you know, and just all sorts of things like that. And, oh, you know, well, I need money for food, but I'll most likely buy beer. Like, I've seen, you know, those types of things too. And so, you know, you think that you've seen just about all of those. But I saw one today that it wasn't necessarily the text that was the astonishing part, it was everything that was around it. So, this guy, he's probably about my age, you know, he's in his late 20s. And on this sign, you know, and he's just sitting there beaming with a smile, which I think is even funnier about this. He's just sitting there, just, you know, ear-to-ear smile, sitting there with a sign, and it reads, homeless, need money for food, or a sugar mama, but not for the sugar. So there's that. And then it, like, all around the text, just all over this sign, he had anywhere between like 10 to 20 swastikas just covering this whole thing. Just like top to bottom, all around all the words, just swastikas everywhere. And then on like the top left corner, it says Allahu Akbar, all jihad. And I'm just like, what in the hell is going on with this sign right now? It's like, you can't, like, if you're gonna be out there panhandling, you can't have, you know, homeless looking for food, money, or a sugar mama without the sugar. You can't just have that thing plastered top to bottom with swastikas. Swastikas. Of all of the things that you could possibly have to, to do that with, you seriously had to have it be swastikas. I mean, it could have been any other thing. Serious, you could have drawn dicks on that thing, and that would have probably been less offensive to a lot of people, to most people, I would actually say, than having it just laden with swastikas. But oh no, no, not this guy. And like, he was like engaging in conversations with people, inside of their cars. I don't know what it was, but he was doing it. And oh, it's just the weirdest thing. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, when did he come up with that idea? Like, oh, I'm going out today. I'm gonna see how much money I can get. But I'm really gonna throw some extra spice into it today. I'm not just gonna straight up ask for money. That's what they're expecting, Everybody's always doing that, so I'm gonna beat them to it this time. Oh yes. You see, this is how it's gonna go down. I'm gonna write all these things. I'm gonna throw a little bit of comedy in there, but then I'm dousing it in swastikas. They'll never see it coming. They'll totally bend to my will. Which, the crazier part about it is I get back to work and I'm telling, my coworker Blake about all this. And you can look out the window and see right where he is, and there's totally people giving him money. Like, I would have figured in a million years, there's no way that somebody's gonna panhandle with a sign like that and that people are gonna willingly give money. Unless they're part of the, Aryan Brotherhood or whatever. My boyfriend gave me big pearls right on my chest. Because it wasn't exactly a necklace unless you counted a certain type. She's like, he gave me big pearls, but as soon as I got in the water, they washed off. Ah, they were fake. He had me under the impression that they were a certain kind, and then they were not. But I would have never guessed in a million years that a guy could do that and actually get money out of people. It's the weirdest thing. But man, I got a great laugh out of that. I really did. So there's that. But guess what, my friends? We are super close to being at our next objective area. I'm just personally, this entire episode was a total win for me, because not only did we get to, we got through Seafoam Islands in only 2 episodes, but we also were able to do it in pretty damn good time, really. I think we did very well with that. And we also got Articuno, and we got it on one try. One try. And realistically, on 2 balls. I would have never guessed that in a million years. I usually have so much more of a problem than that. The majority of the time that I encounter Articuno, I've got to sink probably a good 10 or 15 Ultra Balls into that thing. So, super tight that we had it work out in our favor that way. And you know what, guys? I think we're going to stop right here, because not only do I have to get up, walk out of this room, go walk down the hallway after I get into the house, and go and drain all the waste out of the front of my penis before I come back in here and start editing it, I also need to think about what type of sustenance I'm going to put into my stomach and later, push out of a small hole in the back of my body. Not through my butthole, actually, through an actual hole in my back. I, like, subverted it, and now it's gonna be this whole extra deal. It's a marvel of modern science, and completely disgusting, and it's not real, and I will see you guys next time. This is your host, LovelyCheesePizza, saying thank you guys for stopping by, and I hope that you are enriched for the better, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Take it easy.